Alrighty, folks, what's going on? How are you all doing? You're listening to HGW's podcast. I'm your host, HGW, and as last time, I am doing this while I'm driving home from work. Why? Because it's really the only time I get to talk while there's no one else around. So, while I'm not waking up other people, probably what I should say. But I'm here today to do an album review. We're going to be reviewing G-Eazy's new album. Why am I forgetting the fucking name? This is not good. This is already bad. This is already fucking bad. When It's Dark Out. His new album, When It's Dark Out. I can't say I've been a G-Eazy fan before listening to this album. I haven't really listened to a lot of G-Eazy. Just a lot of people have been telling me that he was kind of like a rap pop guy. From what it seems. I kind of recognize that a lot of songs that some of my friends listen to are actually songs that I didn't even know were by G-Eazy. So I learn something new every day, I guess. But I'm here to review his new album, and what do I think of it? Well, let me say this. It has a lot of good songs. There are a lot of good songs and funny songs. I'll get to that in a second. But a lot of good songs on this album. The problem is this album does not feel cohesive. This feels like a bunch of songs randomly put together. Because it starts off with probably my favorite track on the album, Random. And it's G-Eazy going off on this sick-ass beat, and it's great. He's going off talking about, I couldn't tell you what he was talking about, honestly. I can't remember the lyrics. It's not, something bad about me is I'm not much of a lyrics guy. I think I'm more, in my rap, I like more production and whatnot. Lyrics are great. When you're spitting, it's fantastic. But I'm not, at the end of the day, I'm going to remember production beats over lyrics, if that makes sense. So, I can say this. The production on this album is great, right? When you start off with Random, has a sick-ass beat. I can't really think of a song that had a bad production. All the production on this is spot on for the most part for what each song tries to do. But the problem is each song is so fucking different. You start off with Random, like I said, and then a couple tracks in, you start having people singing on the hook. I think Drifting. I like that song, but as an album, it doesn't flow. It feels like one song after the other, after another, and it feels like, it doesn't feel like an album. It doesn't feel like a cohesive project. It feels like just a song after a song after a song after a song. And it doesn't, he's just singing with, I believe it's Chris Brown on Drifting. I'm not sure. It sounds like Chris Brown. I have Spotify, and Spotify, it's weird. Spotify doesn't tell me who's featured on whatnot. Only like a couple albums on Spotify do tell me which person's featured on what. So that's my biggest problem with this album. Now, as far as songs go, there are a lot of songs that I do like. Let me just kind of look at it. I know I'm driving right now. Not smart. Don't do this, but I'm just going to look down real quick. Random, probably my favorite track on the album. And then Me, Myself, and I. All of a sudden, it goes from him spitting on Random to him fucking having the pot. Like, it feels like this album was made to just appeal to a wider audience and to a younger demographic, is what I should say, and to appeal to radio. It's radio friendly. It's not. I'm fine with radio friendly, right? But if you have a whole album that's like that, then I'd be like, okay, it's not for. I like it. I like some songs, but in the end, it's not 100% for me. But you have Random where he's going off on the beat, and then the next song he's singing, I don't know. He has some chick singing on the hook. Like, it doesn't make, it feels like a pop rap out, and I know that's what he's supposed to be, but that first song, this is, by the way, this is my first ever just album with G-Eazy, right? I saw him on Sports Nation. He was weird as fuck. Just gonna say that right now. He was weird as fuck on Sports Nation. He must have been high or something. I don't know, dude. He was fucking weird. But, I was like, and then a lot of people were kind of raving about him, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll check this out. And I think the guy has a lot of potential. And this being my first G-Eazy album, I'm not sure. It doesn't really make me want to go listen to his previous work, because I feel like that's even more. That's going to be more of like a clusterfuck, if that makes sense. Because that's what this was. It didn't feel like a cohesive project. It felt like different songs. It felt like a bunch of songs that he made, and he's like, all right, let's just put it on a fucking album. Like Drifting Off would work if it didn't even feel like his song, which I get because he had features on it, but it just didn't feel like a cohesive project. Like I've been saying, it just felt like he put a bunch of songs, and that song could work on a different album if it was all that, but it wasn't. And then all of a sudden he goes, You Got Me, which I think that's what it's called. Let me look. I'm pretty sure it's called You Got Me. Then later on You Got Me. That song was actually released like 6 months ago. Again, first time I ever heard G-Eazy, but when that song came on, I was like, oh shit, okay. Like, of course, it's a funny track, really, but the production comes in here great. Like, even on that Drifting track, production was great. Order More, was that Ray Schmutter or whatever the fuck his name is on that track? I'm not 100% sure who that was on that track. It was a weird ass track, but and again, that's where it kind of comes in. That song feels like a totally different song than all these other songs. Like, if you look at some of the best your favorite albums, each song sounds the same. I can name a couple: 808s and Heartbreaks by Kanye West, and also My Dark Beautiful Twisted Fantasy. Both songs, or both albums, have the same style of song. Where they might not all sound the same, but they all have the same style, and it all feels like a cohesive project. This does not, and that's my biggest problem. Now, I think G-Eazy has a lot of talent. You look at songs like Random and You Got Me, fucking like perfect examples. They're fantastic. They're not fantastic, but he going off on the beat just is some. I guess that's something that I want to see from him, because you can tell this guy has a lot of talent. The only problem is just that he needs to, with this album is just that it needs to flow. There's no flow to it, and I feel like he should just do what he did on Random and what's it called? You Got Me. Maybe not You Got Me, but like Random. Just if you had a whole album of him just spinning on the beat, having a couple features, whatnot, not this whole singing shit that he has. But if you just had it like that, then, I mean, this would be a really great album, but it's not. It doesn't feel cohesive. It doesn't feel like a full project. It just, like, of course, again, songs that I like on this. But overall, this album just didn't feel like an actual album. It just felt like a bunch of songs that he randomly collected and was like, hey, here you go, here's an album. Like, what the fuck? That doesn't work. So yeah, that is going to be it for today. I'm going to rate it a 5, maybe 6 out of 10, guys. It's a good, I like songs on it. The problem is G-Eazy does not decide what kind of album he wants to make. So, yeah, that's all I have to say today. Hope you guys did all enjoy. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Peace.